Good afternoon, everybody. Morning in Australia. This is our last Love and Rockets book club before 2025, where we will do the In-Between Years, our third volume of it. We're going to discuss the final issue of Whoa, Nellie, issue 3, from Jaime Hernandez, and the first issue of New Love from Alberto Hernandez. Hi Maria. Hi Marisol.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
Hello.
How was your Christmas season?
Uh, Busy, but
Good so
yes,
far.
everybody gets busy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds
Uh,
about right.
yeah,
It's
it's
busy. Got some snow.
So
it's been
so
kind of spring cleaning or something, so it's been
yeah,
just a bit
that's
crazy.
right, because down under it's spring.
Yeah.
We got our first
Well,
real snow.
spring was
Yeah,
in
it's
in
actually stuck
November,
around
but
up here. Yeah.
yeah.
But down
So
under it's spring.
yeah,
Uh,
kind of hitting summer really now. Spring is
Starting
kind
to
of
hit
Alright.
summer.
sort of October, November. Yeah. I guess
Um,
we're about to hit real summer. I guess at the end of this, when you think January, February, March is really summer. Well, no, I don't know. We don't really, think of it too much. Like it's more like hot and cold.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's sort of seasons, but I don't think they're as pronounced as other places. It's definitely here in where I live is very even. Anyway, doesn't
Very temperate most of
mostly
the time.
based no hot. It's hot. Winter is really lovely and dry, and then now we're in the wet season up here, so it's like dry season, wet
Ah,
season. So now we're in the
Gotcha.
hot,
got
humid kind of
Gotcha. Gotcha.
time. Yeah, it's very hot and humid and raining a lot.
And raining a lot.
Yeah.
So, Whoa,
So
Nellie,
yeah.
issue 3
Oh
starts very
yeah.
in media
yes.
res. I
Yeah,
think
and
it's pretty much like, I mean, it reads really well when you just read it together because it picks up right where.
yeah. So Caddy Hawk has come back, and that panel, that second panel, is just amazing. Like if you look at it,
Yeah,
it's a zigzag of it goes
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
zigzagging all the way down. All the lines connect. I mean, it's just a great composition. Oh,
well, and this
yeah.
Love
page
it.
is
So
kind of like the absolute turning point of the fight. We had the first real hit on Joe to end the last
that's right.
issue, and
Mm-hmm.
here you have Katie Hawk just pummeling Gina on the outside.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
throwing
Kind of like, hey,
show
you're
out of
not in
the.
this fight. Oh, let me get back to pummeling you on the inside.
But she's actually she's on the outside of the ropes now. Sure,
Right,
she's out. She's kicking her. She's kicked her out of the
right.
ropes, and she's because in the next panel she's coming back in,
Climbing back in.
Mm-hmm.
climbing back in, and she's I love that little squirrely bit
And then
of
just
her head,
Yep.
swirly bit,
flipped back
like
against the ropes.
whoa.
Yeah, the swirl is very nice.
Yeah, Kathy Hawk looks pretty confident.
Oh yeah. And
Uh,
the
Oh,
beating that she took in this issue, though. Oh my God.
but
I gotta say,
but
it's all so dynamic and just beautifully done. And I love how
yeah,
it's like you can kind of tell sometimes. Sometimes you got to look at it a bit more, where like the ropes cut off the panel.
right.
yeah,
That I thought was really neat.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Mhm.
but I think also here shows back on top a little bit.
Yeah.
So
She has another
they're very
moment.
evenly matched. I think it's
Mhm.
the
A moment here. Unfortunately,
yeah,
that's about all it is.
and and then Kathy Hawk gives her a big kind of punch in the face or something or in the
Right.
head or something, and she's like, "Gunk." These are
And
very
I'm not great at my wrestling terminology, but I think what's going on in these
nah,
bottom two panels is a pile driver,
Oh,
probably
which
bottom,
sounds
yeah.
painful.
Yeah.
yes.
It certainly looks like it's painful. I'm kind of glad that we don't actually see the moment where she gets slammed head first into the canvas. We just see it coming.
The
Yeah.
before, like right before. And oof,
Yeah.
does not look great. Tell you that. I mean, the art itself looks great, but the move, oof, no. That had to
I don't
hurt.
think I'd noticed this before. See how she's grabbing the ref as he starts to count?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
she
right.
telling him count faster or shut up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. I hadn't noticed that. That's cool. Yeah.
Because
I
the
just noticed that.
Sochi put up a really good fight.
She did, but she
I mean,
doesn't look like
she wasn't letting that belt go.
she looks about as beat as she does anywhere in that panel though.
Yeah.
And then obviously Gina's starting to be like, oh shit, she's
Right.
killing her.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
worried
Trying to get
about
into the
her.
ring.
Well,
So
and then
it's,
I love this whole arguing and declaring victory anyway.
yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, Gina's like, come on, she's the victor, and then
Right. Right.
kind of thing, and they're arguing with the ref, and
Yeah. Probably arguing on
and
the
then
count.
but
No,
the
you didn't
crowd
get to
is,
three.
yeah, the crowd is definitely against Shaw, because I think Shaw's a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's set up to be the villain here.
to set up to be the, but yeah,
In East Texas, they're villains, and in West Texas, they're heroes. That's why Gina
Hmm.
can't go after the belt because it's
Yep.
going to be challenged in West Texas,
yeah. Then we go into this
which
sort of
does
whole
not make Gina
discussion of,
happy.
yeah, this whole
So
discussion
the
of
politics within
how it's all a
wrestling.
setup. Yeah, the politics is right.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
See, here's my
Vicky.
question though: as Vicky quits here, is that for real, or is that all more political manipulation?
I don't know.
Could be
Well,
both, honestly, because like Vicky does seem like extremely passionate about getting all these girls into wrestling
Well,
and
and by quitting,
building them up.
Zoe suddenly wants to actually go defend her
Get a
or
rematch.
rematch,
yeah. So maybe
you
Yeah.
she's
know.
more independent
So
now without Vicky.
Hmm.
and she's inspiring Gina in a
Mm.
Yeah.
way that Gina
Oh, she's
hasn't
pissing her
before.
off.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Um,
Okay, inspiration can come from anger sometimes.
Yeah.
and
I
then we
love
have
this
our just
page where you see all the
wild free
ladies.
for all.
Yeah.
Yeah. For $2,000. I was like,
Hmm.
really?
Which, I
$2,000?
mean, I
That's all you
guess in
get?
1992 was a little bit more than it
Yeah.
is now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Not
$2,000
exactly.
meant something.
I don't know that it meant that much.
Yeah, it means more than it does now, that's for sure.
I mean, I guess it actually, I could use $2,000 now. I don't actually want to make it out that $2,000 isn't a big deal now. If anybody's listening wants to send $2,000 to 22 panels, you can email us at 22panels@gmail.com or join our Patreon. Or I don't know if Tyler's got the Ko-Fi set up yet. We will find a way for you to give us money.
Yes.
That's a great panel that
There,
the two of them
Yeah, the
standing.
two of them facing off
face
is
off.
And you see
Yeah.
that the differences in height is very, very
yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
And
Sochi's
then
short and stocky, Regina's tall.
Yeah. Yeah, she's 6 foot,
I
they said.
Jeez.
6 foot. Yeah. I both
Yeah.
love and am confused by this last panel because they walk off, both
Well,
giving up
they
the money,
disqualify
etc.
themselves.
But
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
like as a 3-issue miniseries, that makes for a good closing. But like the 10 pages before this all felt like they were setting up a lot more for this story
Yeah.
Right.
that I don't
Like this
know.
was about to be a big arc for them.
Right. I don't know what to think about with them just.
Mm. Yeah, you would have thought they, yeah, yeah, maybe they would have, had a real, after they stood in front of each other, that they would have
Right.
just kept fighting until the end.
I
But
mean, if I recall
maybe
correctly, it's going to be a while before we get back to any of them. So maybe he just like ran out of steam on this story and didn't know what to do and wasn't happy with them being adversarial,
antagonists. Yeah.
right? But I mean, like I asked with the Vicky retiring, was she retiring for real, or was that all part of the overall act? I mean, again, I
Well,
don't know
given
a
the look on her
ton
face
about
here,
professional wrestling, but like it doesn't seem to me that there's actually that huge of a line between the sideline announcers and the actual wrestlers and the promoters and whatnot. It's entirely possible for people to weave. It's all part of the pageant. If you're still
yeah, and
there,
that's what
you're
got
not
me
really
thinking with this,
retired.
yeah, like with this top right panel here, just the look on Vicky's face.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah,
very, very
she's,
proud and like things went according to plan kind of look.
But that's also the
or
look
she's just proud of them, like,
before they,
That too.
or like as they're getting out. So I don't know.
well,
I
he's
mean, it's
announcing that
interesting that
they've
that's
given
the
up.
middle panel. That's the middle panel between them. I mean, he is broadcasting that they're getting out, so she's hearing that. But is the smile from the fact that her two girls were the two last ones standing, or to the fact that they decided to walk away rather than fight each other,
Maybe.
Yeah,
or both?
could be both.
I mean, this story has layers upon layers upon layers, and I
It does.
love, love, love this kid with the Katie Hawk rocks poster
What the hell
and the
is that?
glasses and the buck teeth.
And the buck
I
teeth.
love him. I
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's one of my favorite unnamed characters.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, this panel, I mean, and this goes back to something that we talked about before, is like this whole comic, all 3 issues have decided to drop the crowd entirely when the fight's going on.
There was one panel before that I was going to point out, but we moved on, where you could see the crowd. But it was, that was the other only one, I think, after that. Before that, like, there was another splash page where you saw them. I think when Shaw was
Right here.
climbing back into the ring.
Or no, that's all the.
Oh, no, here it is.
I think it was during Kitty Hawk, the Kitty Hawk fight. Oh, going back a long time.
Okay,
She's
yeah,
climbing
when she's
back
climbing
onto
back.
the ring.
But
There it is.
but there again, when she's not in the ring.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like yeah.
When they're in
Once
the
they're
ring,
up on the ring,
the crowd doesn't exist.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's just the two of them duking it out.
It's
Right.
only outside the ring that the crowd
Yeah.
exists. And that's a fascinating. I mean, it's. I think the first time I noticed it, and Marisol will love this reference, is Fiona Staples knows when to drop the background. As good as she
Yeah.
is at background, she knows when whatever's going on with Marco or Alana or Hazel or whatever is so important that you don't want to distract it with anything, and you'll suddenly have a panel that's just the character.
Absolutely.
But
And there's
I don't
like
think I've
as minimal background happening as possible.
or none at
Whether
all. I mean, literally just like white behind them. It'll be
None.
like, I mean, I think there's a point in like a jungle in the first arc where there's one panel in the middle of it that's just Marco and Alana and white. All of the other panels,
Yeah.
it's night, it's the jungle, you've got trees, you've got animals, you've got fireflies.
You got everything.
But then there's that one moment where you got to focus on it.
Yep.
So like I think about
Yep,
that and the fact that using that sort of thing for a panel for emphasis is a relatively common thing. But the fact that he both made the decision to do it for the entire fight sequences, which are not short, and did them so well that I think it was appropriate that he did it, that you don't have anything to disrupt you from, that you don't have the faces in the crowd that you start looking at. At most, on occasion, you will have things thrown from the crowd into the ring, right?
Right, but nothing that really detracts from what's happening in the panel itself.
But well, because I mean, at those points, it's part of what's going on. I think that decision is a just huge part of the power of this comic. And it might have been as simple as he didn't feel like drawing a crowd for every single page. Because
why would you?
That would be really
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why a lot of times crowds get really blurry. Because it's easier to draw a bunch of sloppy circles and then color them in such a way that, you know, it's just, oh, there are people there. You just can't make them out than it is to, I'm like afraid to, but I have to zoom in and look at this. Yeah. Look at this. Look how detailed that set of guys, the people on the other side of the ring are.
Yeah.
They have body language and facial.
Part of emphasizing what's important and de-emphasizing what's not important. So, you know, you don't need the crowd in the fight scenes. The crowd is not relevant.
I do. I love this kid here.
Yeah, he's great.
This kid is amazing. This kid needs a name. We should name him. What should we name this kid?
He's a bit like Alfred E. Newman, but like not happy.
So yeah, that was our whoa Nellie. And that
great.
last panel is like as great as all of the other ones are. That's my current leading one just because of that kid. I love that kid. I mean, I love the looks on both Gina and Joe's faces too. I mean, like this is a near perfect panel.
Oh yeah.
But
it's gorgeous.
But that kid just takes it, particularly because I can't tell, you know, he's got his Katie Hawk rocks, but he actually seems like kind of in awe of Joe right now. And like, you know, that he hated her coming in. Because she was the one that his hero had to take the belt from. So yeah. So good.
Yeah.
So good. So let's look at. Oh well, any more Whoa Nellie before I jump to New Love?
No,
just a favorite panels. But are we doing like one at a time, or are we
We'll
gonna
do the favorite panels when we get to the end. We'll come back to them.
All right.
That's how we normally do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like I do like this cover. The New Love cover.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's also interesting, and this is just the type of thing that I notice, and I don't know why I noticed this, but didn't notice things like the zigzag that Maria immediately saw in the panel at the beginning of Whoa Nellie, but the two moons here, the crescent moon in the background and the crescent moon on her head, are facing in opposite directions.
There's a lot of crescents. There's a lot of that shape in that picture. If you see her shoulders, her sleeves, the curve of her top of her bikini, there's a lot of that C curve,
Crescent shape.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's repeated everywhere. It's really, really nice.
And we get again the page of every issue that just makes
Look
me
how
wish
well that
I had a time machine to
cover.
go back and order all sorts of things. Love and
Yeah.
Rockets coffee
Yeah.
mug, yes, please.
That would be all.
Can I point out that cover reads so well as a small image? In fact, the Nellie
Does.
cover too.
They
Like
do.
that's
They
just
do.
such good design.
Oh, the
That's
Whoa
good
Nelly
design.
cover is
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah. This first old with a big hello was a weird
It was.
story. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Like,
This is definitely some Beto
Surreal
magical real,
Beto.
yeah, surreal.
Mhm.
I
It's a
mean,
weird one. And I think we see this lady with the costume a couple times in this issue.
yeah.
Do we
Do
see
we
her
know who
later
she
in another story or?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't notice.
It was definitely an interesting story. And then I loved the
So I
Frida
think,
and Diego short.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that Trotsky comes out from under her skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Latin men the only ones who love to eat pussy. It's great.
Oh, that's funny. Little just hat flying off in disbelief.
Yeah, the head flying off.
Well, and I know you, my wife, because I'm bringing you these trinkets to inspire you to your great art.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, Trotsky's in there.
Right.
Man, it's great stuff.
Just hanging out.
That was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Some
we've got the
humor from
letter
Beto
from
here.
Venus story.
And then the Letters from Venus is one that we've read before, but it was fun to reread. Though I did notice that they changed one word of scripting between
did
the
they?
original version and the I even still have it open to that page. In the new library edition, school is okay right now for Yoshi because his bully has been expelled for carrying a gun. Whereas
Oh, yeah.
back in 1991, he was only suspended.
Suspended. The
Oh.
punishments have become more
More severe.
harsh now, more severe. Yeah,
Well,
that's so.
and here's the irony is like in 1991, it was way harder for a kid to get a gun.
Mhm.
Right.
But they would have been suspended because it would have been considered um, we can rehabilitate you rather than, oh, your life is over because you brought a gun to school. Now in the United
Right.
States, they practically issue a gun at birth if you want it. But if
Right.
you bring it to
But
school,
if,
you're done with school.
well,
Don't get me
because
wrong.
there's been so
I don't want
many
guns in
school
schools, but
shootings.
I still think that we're maybe focusing on the wrong aspects of things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Saying.
Just saying.
Okay. Well, is that the only difference you found between the two?
It's the only one that stood out. I didn't
Ah.
compare them
That's funny though.
word by word, but
Mhm.
I'd forgotten that scene at all. So I went back. I'm like, okay, so it is. And then I went, wait a minute, no, he's or this is So there might have been others. I know my friend Andy once or twice has seen like whole half pages that got redrawn
Oh.
and rescripted. So I mean, it might be something fun to do at some point where we find as many different versions as we can and look at differences. But that takes work that I haven't been able to do yet.
Yeah.
That's fair.
There's Maria's favorite panel again, though. That is such a good
Yes.
panel.
That's a great
Superhero.
panel. But now,
At the
I'm
coffee
gonna have to
shop.
pick another one, and I'll kind of. And then there's the girl with the blow up doll face.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I love that the Throwing Muses ad is a Beto.
Mm.
Oh,
It even says so down in this corner here. So you've got
And yeah,
a music ad in
yeah.
the middle of the comic. These used to be so
there's
much
a
more common
criminal
in a lot of
records, right?
comics. Where the top is for a record, you've got one for a Cardigan's record, you've got a couple for record stores, and then actually this is an in-house ad
And the
for
label.
the for the Fantagraphics catalog.
Ah, yeah.
So this is
Oh.
actually 4 different ads. 2 for record stores, 2 for albums, and 1 for the Fantagraphics in-house catalog.
Oh.
But the Throwing Muses ad for their album Limbo is drawn by Beto and
Nice.
kind of looks like Palomar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So I
Yeah,
mean
I would say that's
that is
Palomar.
actually in the running for my favorite panel, just because I mind ads in comic books less than most people, particularly when they're targeted ads, in-house ads, or ads that are designed to fit the overall aesthetic of the comics. I feel like it used to be that, yeah, there were lots of ads in the comics, but it was
For outside
Spider-Man
things.
selling you a Twinkie,
Yeah.
right? um so,
Well, this is
so I mean
Palomar
it kind of
selling
fit
your
in.
records.
You weren't being overwhelmed with this thing that was not like the others. And here, I mean, again, one is the in-house Fantagraphics catalog, but
Mm.
I could absolutely see Beto listening to the Cardigans. I could really see Venus listening to the Cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
And both Criminal and I think actually you scratch my back and I'll stab yours might be that's actually I think an epitaph. So let me zoom in some. Criminal Records has got a compact disc, graphic novels, magazines, and comics, and it's got an address, but not a city. So they assume that you already know what city they're in.
Right.
Right.
But then I want to say that, yeah, this is a record label. Ad. So this isn't even a store. This is Epitaph Records showing you 4 albums that they or 5 albums that they have out right now. And again, I don't know all of them, but I know Wayne Kramer a little bit. I know Red Aunts a little bit, and I know No Effects. And I totally could see Beto listening to any one of them, and definitely see a lot of his, so like again, it fits. It's targeted advertising rather than just, oh, put this in the whole line or whatever.
Fandom.
And that makes all the difference in the world when you're reading something.
Yeah.
And then the spirit of the thing, I liked the story a lot.
I love that story too.
Yeah.
That was really interesting. It ended a bit kind of
well, it's more of
vaguely.
But it's more of his
journey.
Magical realism, surreal.
Oh yeah.
Because
So got a hunchback.
Our hunchback talks to some sort of spirit that, like, every time we think we know where the spirit is, it's clearly not.
It changes, and the mother is dead set on destroying the spirit because it keeps him awake, which keeps her awake.
But then the last time he sees the spirit, it's in the mother.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he
And he reanimates the mother, which is really
Right.
creepy.
This is a great panel. The ER.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the mustache in the next panel of the mother.
Yeah.
You see her little
Yeah.
mustache, which is a sad reality for women after menopause.
Yeah. Mustache.
I like the it's almost the rock. It almost looks like a rock blocking a cave, but it could
Yeah.
just be a
Yeah.
weird shadow behind it.
No, I think it's okay. I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
because it seems
I
like the
believe
bubbles are
you.
coming from behind the rock.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So rather
So the
than in the
spirit of
tree,
the
it's
creature has
now.
to be there.
But he has to look at this thing that nobody else can see. At least we can't.
Mhm.
Um, it's mostly this 4-panel structure that works really well.
Yeah. And she blows herself up trying to get rid of the spirit.
Right.
And
And then
everyone's
he
freaking the
carries
hell
her
out.
out. And that's when the woman's like, "Okay, you're weird, but tell me everything. Okay, you're
Yeah.
weird, but you also saved me, so I'm coming with you."
Mm. Yeah, and it sort of ends in if you like. So
Right. Right.
what happens after? Like, is there gonna be more of this? I hope. I hope
Yeah, I hope
so.
so too. But it's I
Yeah,
also love
but it says
this
end.
I love
It
the
doesn't
six
say to be continued.
right.
And it's yeah.
Yeah, Beto is just showing off some real chops for doing short stories here though. Because I mean
Yeah.
that's great. I loved the 3-panel Frida story, and now we have a 6-panel Fritz.
Yeah, and it was
I love
That's just
really cool
fantastic.
because
it.
she's like dreaming.
Right.
She's saying
The Crescent Lady again.
There's the Crescent Lady again. And we have crescent moons all over this issue too, because there's
Mhm.
one in the window here. There'd been one in the sky during the EA.
Yeah, they're all over the place here.
Yeah. Definitely a crescent moon issue from Beto here.
Yeah.
And then we've got our Sub Pop ad. Sub Pop again being a record label that would totally fit in this, but I also love how they hid Sub Pop in there, and I'm trying to figure out what 960
Ah.
is because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 960. Just like so 7960 feels like it should be something because they also
It
have the
doesn't
A B C
sound.
D
Yeah.
E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R Sub Pop YZ.
Hmm.
And this is all
Okay.
it's an ad for the Fastbacks new album, New Mansions in Sound, and coming August 20th is the Sebadoh album, Harmacy.
Hmm.
And then the back cover,
Yep.
which is also
Which
very
is the
cool.
picture? That's the picture on the Venus's
From the lighter. Yeah.
lighter. Yeah.
Oh, it is. I totally missed that. Good call.
Full color. Yeah. There's a very
Good
Picasso
call.
kind of Picasso mirror
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
I love.
So yeah, no,
I was gonna.
I really liked New Love.
Yeah.
And
It's a
Beto
good one.
trying out these shorter form. I liked that a full 4 of his stories included pages that weren't full pages. because
Mhm.
two stories ended with enough page left to squeeze in another story.
Yeah.
Right.
Um, so he's allowing himself a lot of freedom. He's doing cool things. He's being funny. He's being weird. He's being thoughtful.
So weird.
Particularly that first story was super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to
Yeah.
understand what exactly happened there.
Right? Because like suddenly she's driving and then there's this weird like bear mole creature that turns
Well,
into a guy.
yeah. It's like an
Yeah,
owl bear that she has sex with, and it morphs into a handsome guy.
And then he
but
just up
then
and
is
leaves.
that, or does she morph into a handsome guy?
Well, that's also possible. But
Yeah,
he
like
clearly
because
he's
then
morphing. See,
oh yeah,
see
it's
in the scene where they're going at it at the bottom. And by the
Mhm.
way, that we've got a full moon here rather than the crescent moon that we've been having all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the panel where they're going at it furiously, she still
Mm,
has her normal form, but he's gone from an owl
mm,
bear to something more gelatinous.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's mid transformation, so and he looks like a guy actually. So that is the
Right.
guy.
And it
So
looks
then does
like
she
he's having a
transform into
coat
a
put onto him in the
yes?
next
Mhm.
panel. So it's
So
like the
she
other
already
owl
had
bears
one.
just happen to have a robe for him.
And then they just all crowd around and say hello.
And I love this car, and I
A
love the
crazy car.
fact. Well, I love the
Mhm.
fact, and I think I mentioned this last week and forgot that it was actually a line from Venus. Um, where is it? There is. Oh yeah. Um, Never mind. The guy who drew this used to draw the Blue Men, right? I can tell by the way he draws cars. I could never understand why he could draw everything else competently except cars. She says, or it's not Venus, it's Petra, reading Grip,
Yeah,
which is, as we
yeah.
Mhm.
discussed, another Beto
Yeah.
Cross promotion there.
cross promotion.
Yep.
Well, and we got a Throwing Muses poster here, a garbage poster,
Oh yeah, they're
You
always,
know what?
Supergrass.
You
But
know
I
what
mean,
I
the
just realized?
Throwing Muses is important because we have the Throwing Muses poster on the register here, and then the very next page is the Beto drawn Throwing Muses ad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I mean, I
Hey,
guess
you know
some
what should
people
be
would
cool about
shout
that
product
first
placement, blah blah blah, but
Oh, no.
cartoonists need to make money too. Um,
hmm
B, I mean, product placement can be horrible, but we use products in life. So if the product placement is what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, if the product placement is such that it feels natural, then it just adds depth to the universe rather
Yeah,
than where
yeah,
it would suck is if like suddenly Venus is always drinking a Coke and always talking about drinking a Coke, and there's no Pepsi to be seen anywhere, right?
Right.
Mm.
But two or three band posters, it's a good chance you'd do that even if they didn't pay you. And who knows? They probably didn't pay him to put it in the comic, but he might have thought
And he
about
just
putting
did
it
it.
in the comic because they paid him to draw the ad. Yeah.
One thing now that's catching my eye looking at these panels again, if you go back to page 2 with that first story, if you look at the bottom two panels, um, you see both of them are transforming because the bottom right panel, the guy is, getting a robe put on him, but in the bottom corner, you see one of the owl bear mole people just like staring kind of bewildered at their hands.
Oh, yeah. So
So
she probably
she's
became an
forward. Yeah.
owl
Next
person.
page, one of them tells her, "Come to bed
Oh
now."
yeah.
The one
Yeah.
after,
Yeah.
she
Okay.
picks up herself again.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, like
Yeah.
she's gone, oh fuck, I've turned
They,
into one of these
they
things.
say in the second
Come
Oh,
to
to
and
last
is
bed
that
now.
why she
story.
reverted back to form?
Yeah, 'cause they say
And
he
then
got drunk
she
and then thrown in jail. He reverted back to form to escape, but they killed
But
him,
they
and then
killed
he
him
was
and he was
dissected for
dissected for
study.
study and she became a woman again.
Yep.
yeah,
That,
without her coat.
I mean, that
Thank you,
doesn't make it
Marisol.
make more sense, but it makes it funnier.
No, it does make it funnier. Doesn't help it
And
to make sense, but
I love the carpet of creatures that when they're asleep they look like
Yep.
yeah, they're
Right.
flat.
Right.
it's the sea of mole bear people.
And their faces are like they have the markings of macaques of
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
a weird
No,
little
not
animal.
macaques. Yeah, are they macaques? There's oh, I've forgotten the name of them.
I gotta
Anyway,
know what a macaque is like.
Yeah.
macacos,
They got kind of sloth-like hands and
Mhm.
that short striped tail could go with a couple of different things.
No, not
They're just
macaques. Ah, eh.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about though, like the stripes on the faces.
eh.
I just
Yeah,
do not remember what
there's some
writing.
monkeys that have that. Yeah, but I can't. I'm trying to find a picture. I think it's a type of macaque.
Mhm.
um, uh, yeah,
Mandrill.
a mandrill. That's it. Ah,
That's right.
mandrill face. So they very much.
Thank
Very
you,
much.
Google, for giving me many pictures when I put in striped face monkey.
There you go.
There you go. Mandrill. Yeah.
Nice. Ugh,
Yeah. So they're very.
I do love. It's very strange with the little short stories, but I still liked it.
I liked it a lot. I'm gonna have to start looking harder for these in single issue form because
It's
these were
fun.
just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for
They're
that
ones
matter,
that
in
they're
some
fun.
ways, I liked the Venus
I've
story
got
even
them.
more just sitting in
No,
between
I
the
don't
other
have them.
ones than in between other
Mhm.
Venus stories. It is the Hunchback one is all four horizontal panel.
Ah.
I don't know that. I'm assuming that's Palomar, or it could be
It's something.
Somewhere
Palomar, or
near
It's
it.
either Palomar or something similar. Yeah.
another
Yeah.
town. But I guess you don't see. If it was Palomar, you would see someone you recognize. But
Yeah.
it could just be another corner of Palomar.
But yeah, no,
Like a
it's.
neighbor.
Nobody we know was there at the time.
I mean, it's funny to me because it would be 5 or 6 years after this that um let's see, there was, I gotta remember, I want to make certain I'm giving the artist the credit here because
Mhm.
Brian Hitch on Authority and um Howard Porter on Justice League of America and Darwin Cook on Justice League New Frontier all did this kind of cinematic approach where it was a lot of widescreen panels and it felt very movie-like. But here you have it from Gilbert. Again, like, I guess New Love started in 1996, so it was like 2 or 3 years earlier. You know, kind of like, Jaime's Flies on the Ceiling and a couple of other where he really, really, 100 Rooms was all 9 panel grids. Really, really utilized the 9 panel grid, and then Gibbons used it for Watchmen. You know,
Right.
they have such an influence on mainstream comics as well as, I mean, that to me is one of the things that's most fascinating about Love and Rockets is that um as much as it frustrates me and a handful of other people, like comics tend to get very compartmentalized. You have mainstream comics, and even there you sometimes have kind of a mild split between superhero and the rest of mainstream comics. And then you have like underground small press comics, and then you have indie comics, and like there's some crossover at the edges of all of these, but then there's Love and Rockets that seems to be read by everybody. Seems to be read and influenced everybody.
Yeah.
And yet not be known by the customers of half of the people that are reading it.
That's right. Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
they've
they're
just
they're
taken.
they're the quintessential artist.
Yeah.
You know, you will be hard pressed to find a serious comic creator, particularly comic artist, anywhere in the
He
medium
doesn't.
that doesn't know Love and Rockets. And if they don't know it well, they're aware of it. They've looked at it, even if they haven't read it, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
But huge swaths of people who think they're huge comic people don't know Love and Rockets.
I
And they
know.
are huge comic people, but they're huge superhero comic people, or they're huge
Yeah.
horror
Or
comic
yeah.
people, or they're huge. And it's one of those things where because Love and Rockets defies category, because Love and Rockets comes out pretty much on the schedule that they feel like,
Yeah.
you know, um, because it still comes out in single issue before it's collected, so you know it hasn't built up really the trade paperback graphic novel fan base that it might have otherwise. I mean, clearly they're making money because they keep going. You know, I'm not saying that they don't have an audience. They clearly have an audience, but they're like the Tom Waits of
Yeah.
comics. I'm trying to think of the right movie director to compare them to. You know that director that you start talking to directors and they all know him, but like the mainstream, nobody knows what they've made. They're like,
Right.
what movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it's so brilliant. I enjoy it so much every time. Little things. I mean, and
Yeah.
for that matter, this is similar to what we're talking about with the I'm looking at this panel here at the hotel where we've got a fair amount of detail in, say, the bedding and
Mm.
the
And the
lamp,
pillows.
but then the picture frames are empty and you can't see out the window.
Yeah.
because they don't have any importance. Whereas I think you're supposed to wonder if that bed is going to be
It
used.
just balances the panel
Yeah.
It balances
too,
the panel, but also, he's had this thing for her and she's actually let him come to her room. So there's that building tension that, like, the bed, both
Mm.
in terms of balancing the page and in terms of the story, matters. What's in the picture frames doesn't.
It Yeah, it's
Right.
drawing your attention to the bed for sure, because
Right.
she's in between him and the bed, and
Right.
yeah, and the eye goes left to right, straight
Right.
into the bed, and yeah, so it's definitely your eye being guided there.
Well, and it makes this next panel, what? Oh, sigh, thank you. Does she think he's waiting for a tip? Does she think she's waiting
Right.
for him to say thank you? What
Yeah,
is she
it's
thinking
probably an
here? What is he thinking?
awkward moment where he's just staring at
Right.
her like,
Right.
puppy,
Right.
So, like, he's lingering and she's like, you can leave now.
But his mom can tell that he's already in love with her.
Yeah,
Even though
Yep.
that's the most bland. I love that face there.
yeah.
But then it does wake up
Oh, but you know what?
when she calls
His
down to her.
shirt has love hearts all over it.
Oh, it does.
Wow.
Oh, I totally
Uh,
missed the gun.
yeah. Oh no, yeah, I noticed that. She's got a
What?
gun, money
She's got a
on the
gun and
bed.
money out on her bed.
Oh, right. Oh,
And that's
shit.
that's before he talks to the tree to find out that she's
She's in trouble.
right.
Mhm.
I love
Wow.
how the kid's giving her the picture of her that's mostly a stick figure but with big boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And the grandmother smiling from the window.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he takes his hat off to talk to the tree.
Respectful, of
Right.
course. And it makes you wonder what the spirit looks like.
Yeah. This spirit that he's supposed to look at. No, we practically have like Archie characters just prancing along in the middle.
Mhm. And you can tell, like, in that third panel here on this page, everybody heard something. Something happened
Right.
and everybody's toward it. And the next
Right.
page, you find
Yeah.
out a bunch of dynamite went off.
God, the cave has been blown.
Mm-hmm. And the mother ended up taking herself. That's it.
Well, and how about this line here? Goodness, such a constitution. I'm leaving just in time, I think. In other words, like the more he's able to look at the spirit, the more the spirit needs to think about moving on. Is he like a danger to the spirit because he can actually look at
Stand
it?
to look at it.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
weird,
maybe it
but
could be
yeah.
one of those things where, like, the spirit is afraid of
My
him
job
getting
is
so
done.
resilient to not really in my job is done type of way, but maybe the spirit's concern would be like, this guy is said getting so resilient and so good at just like looking at their true form that if he does this more often, he's gonna want to ask for anything and everything.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, maybe it's like you get 3 wishes. You get,
Yeah.
I can only grant so much. Yeah.
Hmm. And he gets to a certain point where he can just like sit and stare at it all day. And then what's the
Well,
spirit gonna do?
this question just popped into my mind too. So, mom walks off, but as she goes, it's after I'm through. come for your mama's body. She wants to be buried by the burned tree.
Shit, the whole thing,
So the whole thing happens, and he says it's done, and then he walks off. Is he walking off to? I mean, did we do a 180 there? Is he walking off to get the body, or is he ignoring the whole? I'm gonna go get the body, and
I think
what
he's
happens
walking off
before
to
that
the
panel?
body.
The O. What happens just before that?
just
Is that
before this was
okay?
okay. Yeah.
Okay, because
She's going to
he's
take
told
care of the
her the
people
whole
that are coming to
story.
kill the woman. But
Mhm.
but come bury your mom's body. And then the woman talks, say, "Hey, I want to know everything. If you've already told me everything, I want to hear it again."
And then she's like, "Whoa!" She's bowled over, basically.
Right. And then it's done, okay. And then he
Is that the
seems to be
spirit?
walking away from the town now.
But look at that pile, that plume of smoke or whatever it is.
Right.
It looks like is that the spirit kind of dissipating
I
and
think
he's
so,
going
but I
away?
assumed that it was also kind of it because I mean he had talked to I mean the spirit when he stared into it the last time um said, "I will take care of your love situation." Meaning at dawn the professionals will arrive to take your love away and kill her at their leisure. So
Maybe he's done that.
so it's the spirit going away, but I assume it's also taking out the mysterious
bad guys,
mobster bad guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, what's going on? How much of this is actually there, and how much of this is am I imagining because Beto's art is so good?
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're not birds, are they? Those little
I don't
dots.
think so.
Can you
I think it's more like, well, at least
just
partially it looks more like
particles?
smoke.
Yeah, it looks more like smoke.
Oh yeah, no, it's just little lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
like smoke. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say, I don't think
Well,
it's-
Yeah.
it's good to find a story that you can pour over and sort of.
Well, and we wound up having a couple of them here that we wound up going back to and going, "Oh wait, we saw more there." I mean, we way
It's
dug
very
into
good.
that first one more on our second pass than our first.
Yeah.
Oh, these were good.
It's
These were
fair.
very, very good. So let's talk some favorite panels. Do we want to do
I have
Gilbert
all of
panels
them,
first
but,
or go back to Jaime panels?
well, we're on Beto, so
Okay.
do Beto panels.
That's okay with me.
Mhm.
All right.
You got one?
I
Yeah,
got
Marisol?
my
mine.
favorite is this full last story, Nevermind. Just I love the dialogue between Fritz and the Crescent Moon lady, and how like Fritz's whole body language changes as the lady tells her that she wants to kill Fritz, and then like everything will be fine. Fritz changes from like having her notes in her lap, everything she's open, she's receptive, to then pulling the notes to her chest, kind of closing her off, and then the lady telling her, like, kind of implying that, like, this isn't my dream, and it snaps her awake.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine.
I'm
You're writing it
you took
down.
mine and there's so many good ones that I'll have to come up with another one.
Okay, so before you take mine, I'll take mine.
There
Okay.
you go.
So on page 6 of the story, so after he talks to the tree and the tree shows, the spirit shows itself to him for the first time, and there's this big shadow. That one, second
This
from
one?
the top. Yeah, I love that because you can see the shadow of the whatever the
Well, I
spirit
think
is,
it's
and
showing itself to him for the first time because his mom mentions like you always ask that tree something along the lines of like him always asking the tree to help other people, not them.
well, I just like that
I mean, yeah.
that panel with the shadow and him. I love that.
I was thinking about trying to go to one of the other stories, but I'm going yeah.
Yeah,
That's just
Yeah.
too good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Up through the sky, we got the moon again in the background. We got the tops of the houses.
I always wonder how they decide how many of each letter to put into. We got 4 A's, 1 Y, or 4 E's, 1 Y, and 5 A's. And no exclamation point.
Nope. It's just
It
all
just goes
capital
on
letters.
into
Right.
it goes into
And for that matter, I mean,
into the night.
yeah, and it's good depth because it's bigger when it's closer to you, and it's getting smaller
Mhm.
going away. I mean,
Yeah, that's it trailing off. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah.
Good one.
So let's talk some. I'm going first here because this last panel is my winner. I like my bucktooth boy too much.
Yeah.
I'm taking it before anybody else can.
You go, Marisol.
Okay, mine will have to be page 65, the bottom right panel where you see Gina and Sochi like kneeling in front of each other, just like looking exhausted, and the the last
Yeah.
surrounding them.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great panel. You did. Oh God,
They're
you
just
went
looking
way
like they're
too
getting ready
far.
to take
There we
their
go.
asses. I'm just waiting for them to get up. Yep, there it is.
Slow down. That
Bottom
one,
right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great one. I love it.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That whole
Just to
big
do with the
fight
wrestling
is
scenes.
great.
Okay. What about you, Maria?
Well, I like that panel that I mentioned at the beginning. Second, the second panel of the story of this issue, which is very, very classically kind of composed with everything leading down
It
to
is.
Gina's face, which is great. I mean,
Yes.
as usual, there's lots of good panels in this.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Nice.
That's very, because it feels so deliberate. Like it's really,
The panels are so dynamic.
They are.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I had fun with that one. And everybody
Yeah.
have a
Yeah,
fantastic holiday and a happy new year. And
What
we'll
are we
come
reading
back
for next time?
on the 4th. We'll be reading probably New Love number 2 and Penny Century number 1.
Oh,
But if I can manage to make it easy for us to read the Maggie and Hopi color special, then we'll swap that out for Penny Century, because technically Penny Century will be months ahead of New Love number 2.
all right.
Sounds like a plan.
So, all right, for 22 panels,
Okay.
this has been Maria from Australia and Marisol from Illinois, and we will see you after the next
Merry
page.
Christmas.
Merry
And a
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year. Okay.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever you celebrate.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.